Sundays, passing around and dream about one thing. This is how we roll. We hang around, see everything on the radio. We light it up in our hands. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. Straight up to Chattanooga, from the Saturday. This is how we
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live at Finley Stadium to watch this great playoff game between the Bradley Central Bears and the Riverdale Warriors. Bradley carries with it a 7-3 record, while Riverdale comes in with a 5-5 record. Bradley will, of course, be the number 4 seed going throughout this state tournament, and Riverdale comes in at the 5 seed in this region. And Tori, what are some of the intriguing tales that we will see tonight?
Between the Riverdale Warriors and the Bradley Central Bears. Before we get to the action on the field, we ask at this time if you would rise to your feet and kindly remove your caps for our invocation.
Now we'll be standing for the national anthem.
Coming to pray the invocation, Central Junior, Sydney Morgan.
Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for the many blessings you've given us and for allowing us to be here today. Ask that you keep both teams safe and allow the players and coaching staffs to play for your name. No matter the outcome, we give you all the honor and glory. I pray these things in your great name. Amen.
Remain standing for the national anthem, being sung tonight by vocal motion members Victoria Lee, Savannah Shook, and Sydney Brown.
we will be kicking off very shortly. One of the interesting stories we will be watching tonight is the play of Nick Boykin over the summer. Nick Boykin wrestled in the Fargo National Tournament and won the freestyle and Greco tournaments. It's a very impressive feat. Only 3 other athletes have ever done that, and all went on to become national champions in the NCAA. Nick, however, decided to turn down several offers to join the Olympic developmental team in Colorado and chose instead for the Riverdale Warriors. It'll be intriguing tonight to see how his teammates and how he plays, given the circumstances that he was offered. And Tori, as we take a more strategic approach to the game, what will be some of the keys to the game for Bradley tonight?
I think some of the great keys for the game here for Bradley tonight is their offense. You know, Bradley has a very strong offense, and we saw that last week when they played William Blount at home. And so I think just a really good thing for them tonight is just to run that very strong offense.
Absolutely. That offense, and one of the most underrated parts of that offense is the offensive line. They have done a great job all year long giving Cole Copeland to make the decision. The Bears have won the toss and will elect to defer. They will receive the ball at the beginning of the second half. And one of the big keys to the game as well will be the offensive line for Riverdale. A very big offensive line with an average weight of 260 pounds. That is a lot of mass. Nearly over half a ton of mass on that offensive line. That's a very impressive number. And Tori, what do you think that this Bear offense is going to have to do on defense to stop Riverdale?
You know, the Bears also have a really good defense, and I think if they just stick to their defense, you know, like they said, there's a lot of mass they're coming up against for Riverdale. And so I think if the Bears just stick to that defense that they already have planned out, they can go really far here against Riverdale.
Absolutely. And, of course, we'll be getting updates all night from Brett Whitehead on the 3 other games that will be happening tonight. In 6A play, we'll be having Maryville and Warren County playing this evening. And in 5A, we'll have Clinton at Ottawa being just down the road, and Campbell County at Ray County. We'll be receiving updates on those games. Just to keep you aware. Kickoff shortly away here for the opening round of the first game of the brand new Super 32 system, the first game of that playoff. 6A playoffs start right now. And the kick is away. Squibbed to about the 7-yard line, returned. He's getting around the corner, and he's stopped at the 20-yard line. That's a decent run back there, return of 17 yards.
Now across the 20-yard line.
Referees will take him back a yard. 21 is where the Riverdale offense will start. And Tori, who do you think are some of the big key players for this Bradley defense going into the game?
I think some of these big key players, one of them is Hunter Dugan, Jr. We've seen him make some great plays all year. And I think others are Ryan Still and Kaysen Still. They've had some great plays so far this year, so I think you just really need to watch out for those 3. Hunter and Kaysen included, they've had some great tackles together this year.
Also, the play of junior and sophomore defensive ends Kevin Gentry and Malik Whaley has been fantastic throughout the year. They're in consideration for all district, I'm told, from defensive coordinator Courtney Braswell. It has been a whirlwind year for these two, who have escalated from JV last year to a very big, prominent role this year. Opening play of the game is a pass out to the flats, about 7 yards there on that quick pass. And Tori, we've seen this throughout the Bears this year. A big problem with their defense, early on at least, is giving up those quick passes. What do you think the Bears do have to stop giving up those short passing yards?
I think they've just got to, pay attention here. And, they know usually those quick passes are coming. And like you said, they've given up quite a couple here this year.
Once again, a short pass makes a move. Looks like he's past the first down marker. We'll see here what the refs will spot him. It's a good pass. Interesting formation. I believe that is a pistol formation that the Riverdale offense is running. It's an intriguing formation. Two backs not lined up side by side, though. One back beside the quarterback and one behind him. It's a very interesting formation that you don't really see a lot of, especially in the high school game.
Marking at the 34, first and 10.
Edge rushers here for Bradley. First run of the game. Trucks a man, but he will be stopped for about 4, maybe 3 yards. It's a nice opening run play to get your offense confident.
Across the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Corners here playing release coverage. They are backing off. We'll see how that plays a role later on tonight. Run play, and he's got a first down for Riverdale. And once again, those offensive linemen of Riverdale just opening up Bradley's defense. Tori, what do you think of this 3-4 defense? Should the Bears start to cheat up a little bit, or should they stick with their game plan?
I think the Bears should stick with their game plan here. You know, it's opening a couple minutes of the game here. Just need to stick to what they have right here and keep these Warriors back.
Absolutely. Tight end here on the field for the left side of the Riverdale Warriors. Gets to the outside, and he's got close to a first down yet again. And these offensive linemen for Riverdale are moving people. When you're 260 pounds, you can do that. What an impressive run there. Refs will spot him. It's at the very edge of the field, opposite side of the sticks. So we'll see here what the measurement is. And seeing what the call is now. It looks like they're going to call him just short. It'll be second down in inches, really, for the Riverdale Warriors. And, QB option makes a man miss, gets down to the 30. That was a great option there, and that's what happens whenever you cheat up and take out the running back. Sometimes when you're over-aggressive, you can attack the running back too soon, and that lets the quarterback run right in between the tackle and the guard, which is what he did right there. Excellent pull motion there. Way to fake out the defense. This offense has just been moving first down after first down so far into this game. Let's see if the Bears can step up here. Another quick pass. This time he is stopped short by Trayvon Ware. That is the first zero or negative play for the Riverdale Warriors so far in this game. Senior cornerback Trayvon Ware there on the tackle. Didn't exactly bring him down by himself, but he did hold on to him, an important part of defense. And Tori, just how important is wrapping up in this Super 32 league?
You know, I think it's very important here, and especially here for the Bears right here.
So he makes a spin move. Quarterback keeper gets about 4 yards. It'll be third down and 6. Third and mid. Tori, if you're Riverdale, what are you thinking you do here? You've been moving the ball effectively so far very well in this opening drive. Do you go for a run or do you go for a pass right here?
You know, I think here for Riverdale, they're going to go for a pass right here. You know, they've run it the last couple of plays here, so I think they're going to try and pass it.
All right. Corners backing off. Not tight coverage. Maybe a short pass here, but maybe a run. We'll see what happens. It's quarterback option, and he stops short of the first down. The Riverdale Warriors are about at the 23 or 22-yard line, 22-yard line. Interesting to see now if they'll go for a field goal or my bad. Third down and 3 for the Riverdale Warriors. I thought it was fourth down. It is third down and 3. We'll see here what the Warriors can compose. And that defensive line of the Bears stepping up big right there. Crowd very into it. Very proud of what their defense did there. The Bears defense coming off the field, perhaps looking for a special team stop. But it looks like the Riverdale offense is still on the field. Bear defense now coming near the sideline. Well, turns out the field markers were incorrect. That was fourth down. And the Bears will take over on downs right here. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Quick pass out here. Nick Howell. Cole Copeland passing to Nick Howell right there. Good for about 5 yards. And once again, we see these quick passes. Tori, why are both teams going for these quick passes so early?
I think they're going for these quick passes right here because they think it's the best way to, get yards up on the other team. The Bears have a really good passing game here, and so I think their best bet here is still the short passes.
We see this empty look that we've seen so far throughout. Double pass here. Tyler Carpenter to Nick Howell, and it is broken up. That was a great defensive play. Way to stick with his man. And on those trick plays, sometimes it can be very tricky to stay with your man whenever you think the ball has been passed. Great job, though, number 11 of Riverdale, sticking with Nick Howell. It's a very good defensive mindset, sticking with his man. Good job there.
Right there, step for step with Howell.
However, it'll be third down. Third down now, and once again we see that empty look from the Bears. Cole Copeland by himself in the backfield. We'll see what he can do right here. Rolling out. Looks like it'll be a quick pass to Carpenter to the 38. It looks like he has a first down, and the refs are giving it to him. First down, Bears.
And that's one of those passes that we've seen all year, the Cole to Carp connection here. It always gets yards for the Bears.
Absolutely. You are right there, Tori. Carpenter has been the leading receiver of this Bears unit all year long, scoring over 1,000 yards receiving on the year. That's very impressive for a high school schedule of only 10 games. Quick pass here. The flats, I believe that is number 15, Jeffrey Brewer, on the reception.
Pass is complete to Lamerick Tucker. He's taken down by
Lamerick Tucker, my bad. Lamerick Tucker getting about 5 yards on that play. That's a very good job holding on to the ball. It may not seem like much, but those 5-6 yard plays really tend to add up. You only need 10 yards for a first down. And 5 plus 5 is 10, as we all know. Empty backfield look yet again. Copeland being chased. Ends got the angle, but Copeland chased out of bounds right there. Gets about 2 or 3 yards on that run. It'll be third down. Third down and 3.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. It'll be just a little bit short of first.
All right. This Bear offensive line has really done good so far. Riverdale sending more than 5 rushers. Tori, do you think that makes them susceptible to any deep threats as we get a penalty here?
I think that makes them very susceptible here, and
I think that the way the Riverdale Warriors are looking at it, it's cost-benefit analysis. You get extra pressure, you're making Cole Copeland move in the pocket. Do you think that that's worth it given his mobility?
I don't think it's worth it given his mobility here. We've obviously Copeland can move around here and pass to anyone, so I don't think it's worth it here for the Warriors.
Absolutely. Cole Copeland, over 1,800 passing yards and over 500 rushing yards on the year. He's the Bears' leading rusher, and he is sacked here. Nick Boykin, the wrestler, coming in hot off that defensive line. Boykin, once again, that guy that plays hard and turned down the Olympic national team to play for these Warriors. That has got to be a definite motivating factor for Riverdale right here. Bears will line up now. Loss of about 7 on the play. Second down, 17 to go. Riverdale looking like it's bringing even more pressure now. 4 rushers, quick pass. Lamerick Tucker can't hold on. Almost got it at about the 40. It's a very good job by Cole Copeland getting that ball out of there before he got pressured too much. But Lamerick Tucker just couldn't hold on, just too low to the ground for Lamerick Tucker right there. And of these receivers, of these underclassmen receivers, Story, who do you think is the most dangerous?
I think the most dangerous here is Lamerick Tucker. Last week saw him score, I think it was 4 touchdowns last week against William Blount receiving here. And so I think he's a very dangerous underclassman receiver here.
Nick Boykin giving chase here as Cole Copeland has to throw it away near the first down marker, but Stephen Mahoney, number 19, I believe that is, cannot hold on and make the catch there at the end. Yeah. The Bears punt team will come out onto the field now. It'll be the first punt of the game.
Incomplete. Bring up 4th down for the Bears.
And we are just about halfway through this opening quarter. The Bears here looking to punt now. Snap is received, nearly blocked there. Fair catch is called for. They'll take a Bear bounce to the 14-yard line. And Riverdale, once again, with not great starting field position. All right, Tori, what are your thoughts on Riverdale's opening drive?
I think they had a really good opening drive, right there until the end when the Bears took over. I think they're showing great drive here. It is first round of the playoffs, so I think they're trying to just get as much momentum as they can, and I think their opening drive was great.
Bears still backing off in coverage. Interesting, given the short passes that were done on Riverdale's first drive. Gets to the outside. Riverdale's running back. He's open. He is going. It's a foot race. He's got one man to beat. He's at the 20, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big run right there on the edge. Few receivers blocked for him. Great run right there on the end for Riverdale. Tori, what happened there on that run?
I think the Bears were concentrating too hard there towards... I think they thought they were going to run it up or something, but they just let their concentration slip just a little bit, and he got right there around the edge, and he just shot all the way up the field.
Absolutely. I think that quarterback run for about 10 yards on that opening drive really made the defense pay attention to the quarterback right there. They went downhill just a little too hard, and which opened up the running back, allowed him to get to the edge, and that one receiver got a block, and that's all he needed. Fake Statue of Liberty here, but it only gets Riverdale about 4 yards. Interesting to see Riverdale running a lot of option and trick plays to open up this game. Troy, how do you think that will affect the Bears going forward?
I think it's kind of tripping them up here a little bit, because Riverdale is switching it up and they're keeping everything new and different every time they're over here. So I think it is tripping the Bears up a little bit because they do not know what to expect.
Quarterback here, option play, and he's going to be sacked. Number 1, Jay Pearson on the sack there. It'll be a Riverdale 3rd and 11. Great job there by Jay Pearson. Defensive end Malik Whaley wrapping up right there. Didn't bring him down, but he held on long enough for Jay Pearson, the linebacker, to wrap him up for the sack. Jay Pearson is the Bears' leader in sacks, and you see why right there. Great closing speed and great athleticism there from Jay Pearson. 3rd and 11 for the Riverdale Warriors. One back in the backfield, one tight end. And it's a pass directly into the middle of the field. That'll be, is that a touchdown or first and goal? The refs will call him short of the goal line. First and goal for the Riverdale Warriors.
Threaded to Owens for a first down yardage tackle by Jake Presley. And the ball's inside the 1 yard line.
That linebacking core, Jake Presley making the tackle core. Hunter Dugan, Ryan Still, Jay Pearson. They're great linebackers. Run up the middle. That's a touchdown, Riverdale. Riverdale will get on the board first in the very first playoff game of the new Super 32 system. 6-0. We'll see the extra point here. And Tori, what happened on that drive? What allowed Riverdale to score?
The Bears just kind of concentrated too hard, I think, and they just let the Bears slip by them there. Or, pardon me, the Warriors slip by them there.
Extra point coming here. Number 90, the kicker for Riverdale. Kick is up, and it hits the crossbar. No good. 6-0 is your score. All Bradley needs to do now is score a touchdown and just get an extra point, and they will be ahead of Riverdale.
give himself a little bit of a hard time there. You know, it is, like you said, one of the most basic plays in football here. It's the extra point. And so to not get that extra point, you know, you've got to feel a little bit of, one might not call it shame, but just a little bit of disappointment in yourself there.
Absolutely, those shanks can really shake a kicker's confidence, though. I think a good kickoff here, though, might bring some of that confidence back. Riverdale will be kicking off from the 40 to the Bears for the second time this game. Right. Riverdale lining up for the kickoff here. Brown excited for this next kickoff. The Bears really just dipping their feet in the water on that opening possession. We'll see now if they can score on their second drive, the same as Riverdale did. Kickoff is away, received at the 10-yard line, and it'll be returned. He's got a crease. He's going up the middle. He's got some blockers. He's on the edge. He's at the 40, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Lamerick Tucker with a great 32-yard return there. That's got to give you some fire going out on the offensive end now. Troy, with that last possession for the Bears ending in a sack, how do you think that this Bear offense gets motivated, and what is their play calling for this next drive?
I think their play calling for this next drive is just to get it out of their hands here. Passes, you know, short passes or long passes, whatever, but I think they're going to pass it to Lamerick Tucker here because he's shown that he can carry the ball and he can carry it for a good amount of yards. Absolutely.
Breaking a tackle there on that kickoff return. Quick pass. Nick Howe gets to the 45, and they are in Riverdale territory right now. Great pass right there. Goes for 20 yards. It's a big play, and we've seen that all year from this offense. A big play after big play.
Into Warriors territory. It's another Zaxby's 1st and 10 from the 34.
1st and 10, 34-yard line. Here we go. Cole Copeland by himself in the backfield. Riverdale being pressure, just gets the ball away. Lamerick Tucker, great grab, rocked as he catches it, but he still holds on for the catch. The Bears are now inside the red zone at the 17.5-yard line.
17 yards on that pass play.
17-yard pass play following a 22-yard pass play. Tori, what do you make of this Bears passing attack?
You know, they're doing great right here. You know, they're showing that, you know, they can get yards with these passes here, and I think it's a great thing for them to do right here.
Copeland design, quarterback run here, tries to make a man miss, but he's tackled in the backfield. Loss of 3 to 4 on that play. Tori, right now, do you think that this Bear offense really needs to run the ball, or should they just keep passing it?
You know, I think they just need to keep passing it here. You know, they've shown that they can make great plays here with these passes, and I think it'd be best for the Bears right now if they could just pass it.
Absolutely. 3:13 left in this opening quarter. Copeland once again empty, not a single running back. Ball is tipped at the line, but is not intercepted. Great heads-up play there from the defensive line of Riverdale. Cole Copeland was looking deep for Carp, who's covered, but that would have been an intriguing matchup to see whether or not Carp could have made the catch.
Did not get that number.
Bears lining up here. Once again, empty formation. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Copeland rolling out yet again, and he's chased again. Quick pass, nearly intercepted. Lamerick Tucker was not turned around. That defensive back from Riverdale nearly picked it off. Got a hand on it and knocked it out of bounds. Tori, what do you make of this offensive line that has been just beaten down apparently so far in this first quarter?
You know, I think they just need to stick to a game plan here. You know, they've tried to run the ball and they've tried to pass, and I think they've done great here with passing. They just need to stick to one thing.
Exactly. I think Copeland is rolling out quite a bit. Maybe good just to give him some time in the pocket and make something happen. Both times, the 2 opening big pass plays were straight dropbacks, not rollouts. It looks like that'll be the game plan. Quick field goal try here on 4th and 12, and it's no good. The Bears will not get on the board. 2:52 left in this first quarter. Riverdale coming out, and they scored on their last possession, but they missed the PAT. Troy, how do you think that missed PAT affects Riverdale's play calling throughout the rest of the game?
I think they will just take a look here at this play calling and just know that since the Bears didn't make this PAT, that they can probably try and assume that they won't make any others.
And it has the
interesting note, number 11, a wide receiver as well as a defensive back. A lot of these Riverdale players playing both ways, such as Nick Boykin as well. Number 11 gets the ball, makes a move, but is still wrapped up there. Number 26, Kaysen, still on the tackle, and these underclassmen from Bradley have really stepped up this entire season. A lot of leadership coming from that underclassmen group, including Jay Pearson, Kevin Gentry, Malik Whaley, and right there, Kaysen still. Great job so far. Tight end and an up back, two receivers and a halfback. Quick handoff here, wrapped up behind the line. That is the second negative play for this Riverdale offense. Tori, what do you think that this Bear defense has going through its mind right now after two good stops?
I think they've just got to keep. I think they have to just stay focused right here. They got to make sure to keep this Bear offense off, or these Warriors offense back.
Absolutely. I think that this Bear defense got gashed on that opening two drives, and as number 11 drops the ball from Riverdale, I think that this Bear defense has really got gashed those first two drives, and they put a Band-Aid on that gash right now. They're covering it up, and they're covering everything that they can. Great defensive series right there. 3 and out for the Riverdale Warriors, who will punt here. And an interesting note, watching the punter punt before the game, he gets a lot of great rolls. Interesting to see if he calls for a fair catch, and if he calls for a fair catch, whether or not he'll catch the ball or let it bounce. If he lets it bounce, one thing that this Riverdale punter is good at is making it roll. Fair catch called for here. Carp will catch the ball, and he'll receive it at the 43-yard line. The Bears will start with their best field position of the night for their third drive. 1 minute, 34 seconds left in the first quarter.
It's a 34-yard punt from Owens with no return. The Bears will have a Zaxby's first down from their own 44-yard line.
We're starting to see a lot of these offensive players that play offense also playing defense. The Riverdale team starting out strong with a good 6-point lead. We'll see if fatigue starts to set in. Ball is pitched to Cortland Bradley, but it is fumbled out of bounds. Looked like it was a simple pitch option right there. Cortland now out of the game. It looks like the Bears, instead of going to maybe a running attack, will go back to their empty look, which has worked so well for them all season and throughout this game. 2nd and 11 here for the Bears. Like we call empty backfield right here for Copeland. Ball is hiked, simple drop back. He's pressured a little bit, rolling out. Gets the ball away quickly. Number 43, Sherman Hill, gets a block around the edge. He's at the 30. He's going. He's to the 20. And he's pushed down, tackled at the 15-yard line. Big play there. Great job by Cole Copeland, biding himself some time, finding Trayvon Hill, the open receiver. Great job. And just how explosive has this Bear offense been so far right now, Tori?
They've just been very explosive here right now. Showing that even if they did miss that PAT earlier, then they're just going to come back stronger. You can't really keep the Bears down here.
Big play there from the sophomore Trevin Hill, number 43, and once again the Bears going for that empty look. They're inside the red zone again. Last time they were pushed back to the 20. End zone pass here, no good for the Merrick Tucker. Low ball there on the end zone. And, Tori, when you have Carp and Trayvon Hill, who's 6'4", shouldn't you just throw it up into the end zone?
Yeah, I think that would be Copeland's best bet here. He's got two great receivers down there, and I think that would just be his best bet, is just throw it into the end zone.
Absolutely. Carp with the best vertical leap on the team That's a pretty good thing to have, as well as Trevin Hill, who, as mentioned, is 6'4". You don't need a very good vertical when you're that tall and you have hands the size of pans. That is what Trevin Hill brings to the table. Looks like we have a penalty here, and we'll see what it is. Like
Gary Kennedy says they were offsides.
Offsides on the Riverdale defense. 5-yard penalty. Bears will have it
5 yards down to the
just in front of the 10. Empty backfield yet again. 10 yards away. 2nd and 5 for the Bears. Pass to Nick Howe, and he's got a Bear touchdown! Nick Howe wide open in the end zone. Simple drop back play, simple curl route from Nick Howe, and now all the Bears have to do is make a PAT to take the lead over Riverdale with 1 minute, 1 second left in the opening quarter of this game. Lining up now, Carp to hold, Bergovsky to kick it, and it's good. Bears are up 7-6. Michael Bergovsky will be kicking off shortly after this. Tori, what does that do to this Riverdale defense who has been beaten down on that drive?
I think that sinks them a little bit. They couldn't get the extra point there, and Radley just got the extra point, instead of tying it up, actually pulled ahead here. And so I think that's got to give Riverdale, just to beat them down just a little bit here.
Absolutely, and as we mentioned before, several of these Riverdale players playing both sides of the ball, and with Bradley running such an empty attack, constant passing, constant running, you have to think, is Bradley being able to have two different defensive players, or two different sets of players, offense and defense, really going to help them throughout this game? Being able to get a rest between drives is a huge deal, and a lot of these Riverdale players are not getting that. We'll look to see how fatigue sets in later in this game. As for now, we'll get a kickoff here from Bradley to the Riverdale Warriors. Short here. Kick is received at the 7-yard line. Riverdale guys trying to fight for it. Cuts inside, nothing going for him. He goes out of bounds at the 23.
And the returner is number 4, Marquise Cantrell. Takes it out across the 20 to the 23.
23-yard line here is where Riverdale will start. And Tori, how big has field position been for the Riverdale Warriors so far?
I think it's been really helpful to Riverdale here. Having good field position is just part of the reason you can have a good drive here, and so I think it's very crucial here for the Riverdale Warriors to have a good field position.
Riverdale going with a tight look here. Tight ends and up backs on the field. Only one receiver and one back. It looks like they'll be moving towards a more power-oriented offense now, as that defense swallows up Riverdale's running backs. And I think that we are now officially seeing fatigue setting in on these players already. Being able to rest is a huge deal. That's why we saw such great success from Riverdale early, because both teams were evenly matched. But now we're seeing that wear and tear really set in. The Riverdale Warriors aren't able to be getting those edges now, but Bradley is now able to contain much better. Still cushioning the receivers, though. Interesting to see if they'll go to passing game here. Option pass here, almost caught at the 45-yard line. Trayvon Ware, great defensive play, breaking up the pass. Great job. And Tori, what do you think of this Bears secondary?
This Bears secondary here is doing great. And I think part of it is also what you said about the fatigue. Riverdale not getting a chance to rest their players here. So, I think that's also part of it, but it's just been great here for the Bears secondary.
Passing play here on 3rd down and 8. Chucks it downfield to the 40, and there's a first down for Riverdale. Gets out of bounds. That will stop the clock. It looks like it'll be first down from the 39-yard line for the Riverdale Warriors. That's a big pass, way to get them back into contention and get momentum really on their side for the rest of this short quarter. 8 seconds left. And it's been very eventful so far. It looks like we'll see a power run here. Run up the middle, and nothing much going for him. That'll run out the end of the first period. It's been eventful in the very first game of the Super 32 playoff. 0 seconds left for the first period. 7-6 Bradley after a missed Riverdale field goal. We'll be right back after these short messages.
Bradley with a 7-6 lead at the end of the quarter.
And we're back. Opening of the second quarter here. 12 minutes on the clock, and it's been very eventful.
Yeah, the crowd just electric here. And good reason to be. Bradley wins tonight. It'll be their first playoff win in 5 years.
Absolutely an important thing to play for, and Riverdale stuffed right there. Several Bradley defenders, including Colby Alford, the senior, Hunter Dugan, absolutely just stuffing that run.
No gain on play, will bring up 3rd and 7.
Tori, the defensive line has been fantastic. The linebackers are very athletic, and this secondary is just all over the place. However, if you had to pick one of these components to really base a team around, which one of these defensive components is the most important to you?
I think it's the line. We've had some great plays here, and part of them are due to this defensive line. They're great. They are right there. They are pushing Riverdale back here. It's been great here for the defensive line.
Jay Pearson right there. Great closing speed. Riverdale Warrior dropped the ball though, but still great closing speed there from Jay Pearson. And that's once again that athleticism that we're talking about. These linebackers bring a great deal of speed to the game. They're a lot smaller than some linebackers you might see, but that speed can really be killer, especially in today's offenses where passing is such a big deal. Carp decides to take the punt and return it. He'll get to the 35-yard line in his own territory. Bradley will be looking to score again after a great quarter closing possession on their last possession. Bears offense huddling up. Cole Copeland has been fantastic, completing over 60% of his passes. He has 1,500 plus yards and over 20 passing touchdowns on the year. It's a very impressive feat for a high school quarterback. And several colleges looking into him to play quarterback for them. Great mobility is what helps him. He's really matured a lot since his last season when he was a sophomore. Rushing right here and getting close to a first down. Cole Copeland showing why he is the Bears' leading rusher.
Down and scampers ahead. He's taken down by Kentrell Green.
Tori, what do you make of the Bears going all empty? Only one play so far with a running back in this first half.
I think it's worked out great for them. Cole Copeland, as you said, great here passing. We have some great receivers out here, so I think it's going to work really well for them like it has been. Just a great thing right here for these Bears to do is just to keep passing.
Bears tried to catch Riverdale off sides right there. They had a jump, but the ball was not hiked, so no penalties were called. rollout. And I believe that'll be a delay of game on the Bears offense right there. 5-yard penalty will make it 2nd and 7. Delay of game is the call. And that's what happens sometimes when you try and catch a defense offside with a snap count. You'll get that delay of game. But right here we'll see once again that empty look. Looked like Copeland was going to roll out there. That's been an intriguing game plan. A lot of rollouts so far, but the biggest plays have come from dropbacks. We'll see now what Copeland does. Pressure brought from Riverdale. Quick pass to the Zucker. It looks like he'll lose yardage on the play. The refs will say he lost just a yard, though. 3rd down and 8. And Tori, do you think that the Bears should be going for big air here or just those short passes?
You know, I think right here with this loss of yardage, it would be their best bet here to just stick with these short passes. You know, they've worked out great for them so far, and I think it'll continue to work out great for them.
A lot of cushion given to these Bears receivers. A lot of underneath routes. And Nick Howell tackled just at the line of scrimmage. A lot of these linebackers for Riverdale playing zone coverage. Not a lot of man-to-man, but zone. The difference between zone and man coverage, you stick with one man. You have a chance to get beat deep, but at the same time, a lot of short routes tend to be taken up. You'll need only one move to get past your man if you're an offender, but a lot of good defenses can help with two-man coverage for really good receivers such as Tyler Carpenter, whereas zone, a defender will guard just one zone of the field. We saw right there with the linebackers, it's really good for defending underneath routes and really long passes as the safety will generally get the back of the field. However, it leaves you susceptible to curl routes, and it lets the offenses sometimes find those empty zones where zones do not overlap for defensive players. Riverdale now will be taking the field for another possession. They've not had a lot of success in scoring on their second drive. We'll see now what they can do. Quick pass here, completed to the 41-yard line, will be 2nd down and 8.
Still on the carry, on the coverage. And a pickup of
flag down on the field. We'll see what that is really quickly. It will be going against Riverdale. It might be passing interference or unsportsmanlike conduct. We'll see here. Holding is the call. That is a drive killer. So we haven't seen a lot of penalties so far in this game. Why do you think that is?
You know, I think both teams are being really careful about not being called in for penalties. You know, if they're on a good drive, they don't want to lose any yards here, and they don't want to be penalized. So I think they're just being extra careful here.
Absolutely. A lot of these first downs early on from both teams have been by just 1 or 2 yards. So really getting those holding calls and getting those calls. Double pass here. Gets a blocker on the edge and makes up a lot of that lost holding penalty yardage. And we'll make it about 2nd and 8. It's a really good job instead of 1st and 21 like it was. It's a good 13-yard run right there. But like we were saying, those penalty yards can really kill your offense. Instead of maybe getting that same run and getting a first down right off the bat, Riverdale now has a 2nd and 9 scenario right here. Hand off here to the outside. Sheds one tackler, tries to make another, but he can't. And he's stubbed by Ryan Still and a lot of the Bears defense.
Savion Davis was the ball carrier, tackled by a host of Bears.
Jory, what do you think one of the most important factors for this Bear defense is? Is it their athleticism or is it their closing speed?
You know, I think it's a little bit of both here. You know, you can't have great runners here without, the athleticism that the Bear defense here has. But I think it's also, like you said, that speed. You know, they are athletic and they are speedy.
Kevin Gentry here almost got to the quarterback, knocked him down. Quarterback has to throw it out of bounds. No intentional grounding will be called. It was out of the pocket. Great pressure there by Kevin Gentry, getting outside of his man and giving great quarterback pressure right there. Student section and bands really getting into it right now. Several parents getting really excited about this 4th and 8 that Riverdale has now. Riverdale will be punting yet again. Karp choosing to catch the ball fairly on the first punt and trying to return it on his second one. It's a short punt here, and it doesn't get a lot of bounce, only about 7 or 8 yards. Still, Bradley will get the ball at the 26-yard line. Not great for field position, but they've worked with worse throughout the season.
First down for the Bears.
First down for the Bears here, who have so far in this game had only one play with a running back. And Tori, what are your thoughts on the fact that Cole Copeland has more rushing yards than every running back on Bradley's team combined?
I think that says a lot. He also, we know him for passing the ball, but also for rushing these yards here. I think he just the habit here of keeping the ball and rushing.
Quick pass here. Breaks a tackle. I believe that is number 18, Tyler Carpenter, the senior, makes a great spin move at about 5 yards away from the first down marker. Gets away from the tackler and gets the first down. It's a very big play. This really great move set that these receivers had, some great juke moves and some great spin moves. We're seeing a lot of development so far for these receivers. Quick pass here to Nick Howe. Great closing speed right there. Nearly an interception for the Riverdale defense. Great job closing the gap. But once again, that's the trouble with that zone defense. He was able to close fast there, but just a millisecond earlier, that ball was released. Nick Howe has a great catch and run. He gets down maybe to about the 30-yard line before he's tackled. That's a big risk with that zone defense. It's a great play, though, by the Riverdale backfield. Copeland once again empty. Quick pass here to Lamerick Tucker. Gets about 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 5 coming up here for the Bears.
Tucker, and that's Bonds on the tackle. Out to the 44-yard line. 3rd and 5.
So far into this game, this Bear offense has moved the ball very effectively. What do you think that they have to do to continue that streak?
I think they've got to just stick to what they're doing best here, and that's passing. Short passes have worked best for them, but I think maybe they should do a long pass here.
Quick pass to Merrick Tucker. He gets past the first down marker before he is hit out of bounds. Looks to be around the 46 or 47-yard line. The Bears have a first down, though. Merrick Tucker taken out of the game, and Esric Whaley, the senior, will now come in. Esric Whaley, really an underrated player, hasn't got a lot of playing time this year, but every time he's jumped on the field, he has been fantastic. Esric Whaley scoring 2 touchdowns last week versus William Blunt. A lot of talent at the receiving core for this Bear offense. 4 receivers right here on the left side. Cole Copeland will roll out, though. It's a design QB keeper. He's breaking free. He's at the 20. He's at the 10, and Cole Copeland will score a Bradley touchdown. Great job there. Riverdale's defense thought it was going to be a Hail Mary pass all the way. Cole Copeland, great blocks from Esric Whaley, from all the Bear receivers, Tyler Carpenter, Nick Howe, and Trayvon Hill, all on that side, doing a fantastic job, taking out all the Riverdale defensive backs. Cole Copeland made 2 guys miss, and he was gone.
And Brett,
great play there.
Brett, you asked me about those rushing yard things about Copeland had more than all of the receivers here combined. That's why he can make plays like that and make Riverdale think he's going, like you said, with a Hail Mary pass and just run it straight up the middle.
Absolutely, and an interesting fact, Riverdale now down by 8 instead of just 7 after that run, and after a missed BAT, that may come back, ending up coming back to haunt them, because you have to think, if Riverdale scores, will they go for 1 and risk that not getting the ball again, or will they go for 2 and perhaps put themselves at a disadvantage yet again if they don't get the 2-point conversion. A lot of interesting play calling here to be done for the Riverdale offense when the Bears kick it off here. Bears lining up to kick here. A great play from the Bears special teams so far, giving Riverdale terrible field position to start each drive, getting it just behind the 30. When you look at the opposing field positions for both teams, it's been unfair throughout this entire game. Quick seam up the middle. He has to be one man. He beats one man. He has to be the kicker. He's gone. He's past the 50-yard line. He gets to what looks like to be the 55-yard line. And just as I talk about how terrible Riverdale's field position has been so far throughout this game, they get a great kickoff return to start off this opening drive. That is a fantastic way to open up if you're the offense for Riverdale.
You may have stepped out of bounds.
Tori, what happened there on that kickoff return?
I think the Bears just kind of went at it too hard. Like we said, field position has been close to everything in this game here. And like you said, Riverdale's gotten themselves great field position here.
Absolutely. Getting it at the 50 as opposed to the 25. That is great field position to start out with. Makes a few men miss, and he gets to about the 45-yard line. The band getting very involved in the game right now. Very fun to watch them get active into this game. Bear defense now has been cut. They given up a 5-yard run and a big kickoff return. We'll see now what Riverdale does. New quarterback in the game. It is the running back. They'll be running a Wildcat offense. He gets out. He gets to the edge. He just steps out of bounds at the 30-yard line, and that's a Riverdale first down. They are 10 yards away from the red zone, which they have not smelled since the beginning of the first quarter. Tori, what do you think of this Wildcat formation that Riverdale's now running?
I think it's something new for them. It's kind of tripping up the Bears here a little bit, which is why they're gaining so many yards.
Absolutely. That can really throw off an offense. New formation. Once again, we see the same play, quarterback keeper, or really a running back keeper right here. Just a few yards there, third time, same play though. That's what happens when you continue to run the same thing over and over. And I believe we will have a timeout here. No. A Bear player is coming out. It looks like there may be a little disgruntledness throughout the lines right there. It looks like they may have pulled out that Bradley player to keep things safe. Malik Whaley now back into the game. Bears defense almost jumping off sides right there. 13 seconds left on the play clock. 10 seconds left now. Still running that Wildcat offense. 3 receivers out into the open. Fake handoff to the outside now. He gets to the 20, 21-yard line. He'll be close to a first down. We'll see what the refs spot him here. And they'll call him short. One of the Riverdale receivers now coming out of the game. Subs looking to be a very important part. A lot of fresh faces and new faces for this Riverdale offensive line that we see. It looks like it's paying a lot of really good dividends for the Riverdale offense. Troy, it looks like the Bears have called the timeout. What are the Bears thinking here now? What are they talking about in that huddle after that timeout?
See, Riverdale here has got this new formation. Of course, that they're running. Now they just kind of trip the Bears up here, so they've got to get a new game plan right now for this.
Absolutely. They have to come up with some way to stop this new Wildcat formation that Riverdale has been throwing at them. A lot of watering up, though. It looks like we have another sub coming in for Riverdale. Interesting to see now whenever you're down 14-6 and you're starting to lose the game and it's starting to get away from you, it's interesting to see now that Riverdale has really changed up its strategy, opting to go with more substitutions as opposed to keeping those same players in that we saw throughout the first half so far in this game. Offense and defense coming back onto the field now.
If we have the one key ingredient, which would be the funnel case. If we don't, we miss the boat on that.
Moving on now, tight formation, no receivers, 3 tight ends, 2 backs. Handoff here. Tries to get to the outside, but he makes it past the 20. That'll be a first down for Riverdale. They're inside the red zone now, the first time since the opening quarter. And this Bear defense has really been scrapped up so far in the running game. It is now the time for play action if you're Riverdale.
Mark it at the 16.
Another handoff here to what looks to be a fullback. Gets to maybe the 14 or 13 yard line. Once again, more subs coming in for Riverdale. It looks like they're starting to realize that that's the best game plan. And once again, as we mentioned before, fatigue can be a thing that really sets in, especially in cold weather. It can become harder to breathe if you're out or it's in for a really long time. So it's good to see that these subs for Riverdale are giving these starters a breather, and it looks like it's helping them a lot as there's an edge on the run close to a first down. That'll get a lot of yardage, maybe 3rd and 3 for Riverdale. It's a really good job of getting the edge set by the offensive line of Riverdale. Joy, how big has this offensive line for Riverdale been so far in this game?
I think it's been very good here for Riverdale. Some great plays here, which is, of course, why they've got 6 points up on the board. But, I think they've got to watch it here a little bit. Like you said, they've had to sub in a bunch of people here.
Quick snap here, pitch out, and he's on the edge, and he's got a touchdown for Riverdale. Great pitch there. Quarterback, or rather the running back in that wildcat formation, keeping it and holding onto it just long enough to really let that fullback position open him up for a great just 20-yard sprint, and that is where that speed comes in and athleticism comes in handy. It's a great job by Riverdale opening up their playbook, getting subs in. And Tori, now we see that Riverdale can compete whenever they put in subs. What is their game plan going forward, handling players?
I think they've just got to keep putting in the subs. I think that's their best bet here because, like they said, the players are going to get fatigued here.
Absolutely. You got to keep those players fresh. Coach is now deciding whether or not to go for 1 or 2 right here. Once again, we mentioned this earlier. This is going to be a big deal. If you miss the 2 here, then you're down by 2. But if you make the 2, you're tied with the Bears, and you only have to get a field goal to take the lead. Still, it's an important play call. And if the Bears score another touchdown and get the extra point, it's 21-12 or 21-14. Those can, once again, create very different play calls.
So we had
if you don't get the 2 here and Bradley scores, making it 21-12, you cannot tie the game up.
Against one of the Warriors players.
The game would end at 19-21 or 20-21 and Bradley's win. So it's an interesting thing to see here. And a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty will really push Riverdale back here, perhaps putting them out of field goal range as we saw them miss a PAT earlier. Just 20 yards out now is about 30 yards out. So you have to wonder, Tori, what do you think they'll do here?
I think Riverdale here is going to go for 2. We got to tie it up. We're going to try and tie it up here.
Next Friday night at 7 o'clock, when they will face the winner between the 1-8 seed matchup, which is Oakland and William Blunt.
interesting facts here and stats for you. Cole Copeland so far on the year has a touchdown to interception ratio of 4.8, meaning for about every 5 touchdowns he throws, he only throws 1 interception. It's a very good rate. Very solid, smart play from the quarterback right there.
1 seed at the top of these two teams.
To put that into perspective for you, last year, Tom Brady led the Patriots to the Super Bowl, and he had a touchdown to interception ratio of 4.25. That is a very important thing to have. As the extra point here is good for Riverdale, 14-13 will be your score as Riverdale will kick off. 3 minutes, 49 seconds left in the first half.
A little longer than normal for the Warriors, but it is good. Made about
and that gives the kicker a lot of confidence going forward, making a much longer PAT than the one he shanked earlier. Tori, what do you think Riverdale's game plan on defense is to try and stop and corral this Bear offense?
You know, Bears here so far have done a lot of passing, so I think their goal here is just going to be to watch that, like the empty plays the Bears are running here, and try and stop them there.
Bears on a kick return for the second time in this game. The first time it happened, Romero Tucker made a great return and gave the Bears great field position, to which they scored a touchdown on that drive. We'll see here now what the Bears can do with this kickoff. Riverdale lining up now. Looks like it'll be a good and deep kickoff. Going all the way back to about the 30, and here's the kick. It's away, and it is received. Drops it at about the 15, picks it up, and he tries to make a few moves. Only gets to about the 20. I believe that is number 25, Zach Peak, the senior, dropped the snap, or dropped the return right there. Tori, how do you think that influenced the rest of the play?
You know, I think that's going to greatly influence the rest of the play. You know, dropped it and then they have to pick it back up like you saw, and so I think that's just kind of gonna kind of shift the momentum here for the Bears.
Absolutely, fumbling a ball can really demoralize you. Good news is for the Bears though, Zach Peak plays defense normally, so he's not used to catching or handling a football. It's a very good motivation right there for Zach Peak. Bears coming out here. Only the second play of this game. They've had a running back, and this time I believe that's Adam Mullis getting them 5 yards right there. Very interesting. That is, once again, as we mentioned, only the second time Bradley has had a running back in the backfield on offense this game. It looks like after a nice run, though, he'll stay in the backfield with Cole Copeland. He looks to be a blocker here. Quick pass to Carp, who cuts inside. Just shy of the first down to Styler Carpenter. Tori, what do you make of the play of Adam Mullis so far this year?
Adam Mullis had some great plays this year, you know, especially last week when Bradley played William Blunt. He was a star player last week, and I think, you know, he'll continue to have some great plays here this game.
He has 54 carries so far this year and 185 yards. It's about 3.5 yards per carry. He has 1 touchdown and no fumbles on the year. An interesting fact, as a matter of fact, the Bears have yet to fumble a ball. Their quarterback and none of their running backs have fumbled this season. Some receivers have, but not Cole Copeland, and no Bear running back has fumbled the ball this season.
Gave a couple second down and 8.
A big comparison, really quick, from both offenses here. Bradley is averaging 226 yards per game, whereas Riverdale's only averaging 177. Lamarick Tucker here tries to stutter step inside. He'll be taken down about halfway to a first down, 6 yards maybe right there, or 4 yards right there, my bad. It looks like the Bears will probably go for a passing play here. Tori, what do you think?
You know, I think they'll definitely go for a passing play here, and I think possibly it'll be a short pass because those have worked best for the Bears here so far.
Their offensive line looking to get rushed now. There we saw with that snap count, you get to see a look at what the opposing defense is going to send your way. Timeout here, though, by the Bears. 1 minute, 42 seconds left to go.
Talk over this third down play.
Bears coming back out onto the field now. This offensive line so far has been beaten up quite a bit, giving up a lot of pressure. The most pressure I've seen so far this year on quarterback Cole Copeland. He's performed very well, though, doing a great job throwing a touchdown and running for another. Here we see Cole Copeland back to pass. Throws the ball quickly to the outside. Carpenter's past the first down marker, and it looks like he just got his feet in. The refs are going to talk about it, and they're going to give him a first down. Great job there by Carpenter getting his feet in and getting the first down on that play right there. 1 minute, 35 seconds left to go in the first half. 14-13, Bradley Central. Only one timeout left for Bradley Central, though. That's an important factor to consider, given that you only get one chance to stop the clock.
To go here in the first half.
Bradley back to pass. One back in the backfield. Once again, it's Adam Mullis for the fourth time this game. 4 plays with the back in the backfield, and this time he's just going to be a blocker. Really only 2 designed runs for running backs so far in this game. One, a dropped fumble by Cortland Bradley, or rather a dropped pitch, my bad. And just a quick inside run by Adam Mullis. They've combined for just 1 yard as Cortland Bradley lost 4 yards on his botched pitch.
Backs it up 5, first and 15.
Copeland once again with Mullis in the backfield. Chucks it downfield to Carpenter. Carpenter's got it! He's at the 20. Great catch. The defender kept going downfield. Carpenter did a quick stop, and he caught the ball at the 20-yard line. Caught it with his body. Great job. Surrounded by 2 defenders there. Double coverage, but they still couldn't stop him. That's a Bear first down. They're inside the red zone for the 3rd time this game, and on both possessions, where they've had it inside the red zone, they have scored so far this game.
Yeah, you know, that's one of those great Calder-Carp connections we've seen all year.
Copeland to Carpenter again, touchdown for the Bradley Central Bears. They take a 20-13 lead, and the extra point team is on the field. Great quick play there, Troy. What happened right there?
You know, Copeland went to his favorite there. He went to Carpenter, and for good reason, too. All year, Copeland has gone to Carpenter all the time and made one of those famed Calder-Carp connections here, and it's earned the Bears a touchdown here this game.
Carpenter with his 14th receiving touchdown of the year. That is absolutely fantastic. His stats for the season so far. He is over 1,100 yards on the year. He has about 4 catches so far this game, so that puts him at about 63 on the year. And once again, 14 touchdowns and not a single fumble from the senior Tyler Carpenter. He has been straight fire this year. Absolutely fantastic play from him throughout the season and in this game so far. Offsides against Riverdale. They'll get the ball a little bit closer. Michael Bergoski to kick it here. It is up, and it is good. The Bears take a 21-13 lead over Riverdale. Great job from Cole Copeland to Tyler Carpenter. Connection right there. Rock 'em and sock 'em. It'll be a Bradley Central kickoff right after this. time when they returned the ball to about the 50. Other than that, weak field position. But last time I said that it was a great kickoff return. We'll see what happens right here. Ball is taken at the 5. Bradley special teams closing in fast. They don't want to give up another big return, and he's tackled inside the 20, and the crowd just exploded. Absolutely happy right there about that great coverage. They were not going to have, Jake Presley right there on the title, they were not going to have another big return right there. The Riverdale offense once again with very bad field position inside their own 20. They have 2 timeouts though and 1 minute and 9 seconds to get all the way down the field into the end zone or into field goal position. Riverdale with their normal formation in. No, not normal. It looks like they'll be taking a more Bradley approach to things. 1 back in the backfield, 4 receivers out. Quick pass here. Gets about 5 yards. Clock management becoming an important thing. 1 minute left in the first quarter. Time is running out if you are Riverdale. Tori, what do you think Riverdale's thinking right now?
You know, I'm thinking they're thinking that they've got to get the ball as far up the field as they can right here. You know, they're down about 8 points here.
And it looks like after a 9-yard catch, believe this is Riverdale who will be taking a timeout. Troy, how smart is that if you're Riverdale taking a timeout when you're about to snap a play?
You know, I think it's smart for them here so they can have a chance to go over here and go over their play and see what's best for them to get this ball up the field in as short amount of time as possible.
Absolutely. 44 seconds left in the first half. Bears have an 8-point lead. We'll see if Riverdale can cut into that. And an interesting note, both offensive lines really starting to wear down. Copeland given a little more time on that last drive. I think that's that wear and tear and fatigue that Riverdale is seeing from having guys start on both sides of the ball. Riverdale's offensive line starting to give up more pressure as the game goes on. Both teams back from a timeout now. Loose coverage right here. Quick pass to the Riverdale Warriors can't connect. Pass is not long enough. They were not able to connect on that play right there.
Third down and 1.
Third down, 1. Tori, the clock stops if you get a first down. Do you run it right here if you're Riverdale since the clock is stopped?
Yeah, you know, I think Riverdale is going to run it here.
It's a very good play call. 1 back. No, they'll pass it. Drop back. Slight rollout. Chucks it downfield. He's got it. He's open. He catches it. He's at the 30. He's at the 25. Riverdale. Huge play right there. Completely flipping field position. They get it at the 25. They're 5 yards away from the red zone. 28 seconds left in the first half. They have to wait for the chain gang. They have time to call a play. The chain gang is still rushing to get downfield. They're waiting to call a play now. They're prepared to call whatever play that they choose to run. First down and 10 for the Riverdale Warriors right here from the 25-yard line. Time running now. Timeout taken. No timeout taken. Riverdale is running the play. 21 seconds left in the half. They're going to have to hurry up here. Under 20 seconds. Quick drop back. Rolls out. Passes. Open man. Can't get him. Almost got him. Couldn't keep his feet in bounds and couldn't catch the ball right there. Trayvon Ware would have been susceptible to an attack. They were catching him on that no huddle. 12 seconds left in the first half of an exciting game. Riverdale 13, Bradley 21. We're going to see if Riverdale can cut that lead right here, though. It looks like they're going once again with an up back, a half back, and just 3 receivers. Quick pass. Barely holds on to it. He's got a man, and he gets outside. 7 seconds. 6 seconds left to go. And Tori, do you go for a field goal here, right here, if you're Riverdale, or do you have 1 timeout left? Do you try and get a quick pass?
I think Riverdale is going to try and get a quick pass here. 6 seconds left. I think they're just going to try and go for it here.
Absolutely. And do you fire it up to the end zone, or do you try to make it closer for your field goal kicker?
I think they're going to try and make it to the end zone.
It looks like they're going to call their final timeout of the half. To me, that's an unsmart decision. You have time. The clock has stopped from running it out of bounds. You have time to call a play. If I'm right there, I think that I go for a quick pass, set my field goal kicker up with a short kick, and make it 16-21 going into the third quarter. I disagree with the play call right there from Riverdale. Interesting to see now if they will go for a field goal, a fake field goal, or just toss it up to the end zone right here. Tossing it up to the end zone, though, might be a smart thing. If you can't catch the ball, or receiver can't bat it down, putting 1 second left on the clock, the average play only takes 4 seconds. So perhaps a quick sideline catch, 3 seconds left on the clock, and your field goal kicker makes the kick. We'll see what they do here with the play call, though. Whatever they do, they're going to have to get rid of that ball quick. Kicker on the field for Riverdale. He's at the right hash. Is going to be a weird angle for him. Several Bear players are backing off. It looks like they're going to block this kick, but they're more concerned about giving up a trick play touchdown. Bears nearly jumping off sides there. The kick is up, and it is good. Time expires, and Riverdale gets a field goal. Ladies and gentlemen, after an exciting first half, Bradley is up over Riverdale 21-16. We'll be right back after this.
I got it.
In from here. Yeah.
Hi, good evening, Bradley Central. This is Brett White here with your update, the sports update. Maryville is up 21-0 over Warren County. Clinton is beating Ottawa 16-14. And Oak Ridge is beating Saudi 21-7 at halftime. And here at UTC, Bradley's up 21-16 at halftime. Stay tuned.
In the morning before I get there. Yeah, I turned my back.
dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had no. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Blowing in the deep. You have my heart inside. And you pray to the beat. Baby, I have no story to be told. I had one on you, I'm gonna make your head burn. Think of me in the depths of your despair. Aching home down there, it's mine, sure won't be shared. Scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. Scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Plumbing in the deep. You had my heart inside your hand, and you paid to the beat. We could have had it all. Plumbing in the deep. You had my heart inside your hand, and you paid to the beat. Throw your soul through every open door. Count your blessings to find what you look for. Turn my sorrow into treasure gold. Pay me back in kind and reap just what you sow. We could have had it all. We could have had it all. It all, it all, it all. We could have had it all. Falling in the deep. You had my heart inside your hand, and you paid to the beat. We could have had it all. Falling in the deep. You had my heart inside your hand. You paid to the beat. Standing in the rain with his head hung low. Couldn't get a ticket. It was a sold out show. Heard the roar of the crowd. He could picture the scene. Put his ear to the wall, and like a distant scream, he heard one guitar just blew away. Sun stabbed in his eyes, and the next day, one beat up 16 in a second-hand store. Didn't know how to play it, but he knew for sure that one guitar felt good in his hands. Didn't take long to understand. Just one guitar slung way down was a one-way ticket, only one way to go.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back here with the second half of the opening round of the Super 32 playoffs, Bradley Central and Riverdale. Troy, what do you think have been some of the biggest keys to the game so far in this game?
I think some of the biggest keys here have been Bradley's offense. Some great passes there by Cole Copeland, passing most of the game. Some great ones to Lamerick Tucker and Tyler Carpenter here. I think this is one of the very best keys here to this game.
Absolutely. I think one of the big keys so far has been starting field position for the Bears and for the Warriors. 25 seconds left until we begin the second half. But like I said, field position really being a big issue. Riverdale, the one time they got the ball at around the 50-yard line, they went on to score. And you look at Bradley, they've gotten pretty solid field position every drive, and they've scored 3 times. So I think field position is a definite thing that will be really aiding Bradley and Riverdale, whoever gets it, in this second half. In case you did not catch Brett Whitehead's halftime update, here are a few scores from around the league. In 5A ball, we currently have Ottawa up over Clinton, 17-14, just down the road. Ray County is beating Campbell County right now at the half, 21-0. Saudi Daisy is losing to Oak Ridge right now, 28-7. And in college football news, Baylor and Kansas State is 14-7 for Baylor right now. Kansas State looking to return the favor from a few years ago when it was Kansas State that was the top-ranked team and not Baylor, and Baylor smacked Kansas State. Game is at Kansas State. And finally, in NFL news, the Bengals and Browns right now are tied up 0-0 in the first quarter. Tori, defensively, what do you think has been the biggest key to stopping the Bears for the Riverdale Warriors so far?
I think they just had to be aware here, and just kind of follow what Copeland's doing over here. Most of this game, we've seen these passes, and they've just got to be aware of where these passes are going to go to and how to stop them.
Absolutely. I think that a lot of this game really has been dictated by Riverdale's decision to go with the zone defense. That, like you said, awareness is a big issue with that zone defense. You're going to have to constantly be ready for big passes and big plays, and I feel like that zone defense that Riverdale is running may come back to haunt them now that they have that fatigue set in, now that they have guys playing on both sides of the ball. I feel like that's really going to be a bigger issue in this second half, but we'll see what happens. And Tori, what do you think has been the biggest thing for the Bears defense in stopping Riverdale?
I think it's just been that great defensive line that the Bears have. It's a great combination of athleticism and speed here for this defensive line. I think they've just been absolutely outstanding here.
Interesting note, Jay Pearson, the real defensive leader of the Bear defense, he has so far on the year nearly 90 tackles, including this game, 5 sacks, and 2 interceptions. That's a lot of stats from a sophomore. And when you look at this Bear team, they have a lot of underclassmen, a lot of sophomores that make big plays when they're really needed. And whenever the seniors have really stepped up, it's been on the offensive side of the ball. We haven't seen a lot of seniors really step up on defense so far in this game, but we've seen a lot of stepping up from Tyler Carpenter and this offense. 25 seconds left until the kickoff of the ball and the kickoff of the second half. It looks to be an excellent battle. After a great first half, the crowd is excited. The Riverdale student section of about 30 students is hands up. They're excited. They're making noise. The Bradley student section's getting excited. The band for Bradley Central getting hyped. 2 seconds, 1 second, and we are away with the second half. To start everything off with the second half of the Super 32 playoff, here is the kick from the Riverdale Warriors to Bradley Central. There's the whistle. And here it is, and the kick is away. Shorter kick here, received at the 15. He's on the edge. He tries to cut inside, and he gets to about the 30-yard line right there. I believe that is Zach Peak right there. First down for the Bears from the 30-yard line. Pretty solid field position right there. Now as we take a look at everything that's happened so far in this game, we mentioned that Tyler Carpenter has really been fantastic so far in the year. 17.86 yards per catch. That's really big. We have Lamerick Tucker as the second receiver, 500 yards on the year, and Nick Howe with 412 yards. Really, I think now the biggest thing for Bradley is they need to diversify the field, throw it to a few more guys. They have plenty of weapons, as we've seen so far in this game. As we have a quick pass to Tyler Carpenter. He's stopped short of the line of scrimmage, taken down behind the line. That is not the way you want to start if you're the Bradley's offense.
Lost the yard on the play, though. Second 11.
Big, interesting story is how little time Cole Copeland had in that first half. A lot of the plays he made with his feet, buying time, getting close to the line of scrimmage, not exactly rushing, but throwing it at just the last possible second. We'll see how this line reacts after a break in the half. Copeland barely getting past the line of scrimmage. 1 yard gain right there from the junior quarterback. Cole Copeland, as we mentioned, he's having a great year, connecting on 64% of his passes. As we mentioned earlier, he has a higher touchdown-to-interception ratio this year than Tom Brady had last year when he was winning the Super Bowl. Very impressive. Over 800 yards on the year for Copeland and 12 rushing touchdowns. And actually now 13 with the inclusion of the one from this game. Rolling out here, almost got by LeMerick Tucker. 3rd down and 10. The Bears will have to punt on their first possession of the game. Tori, if you're the Bears here, do you worry a little bit?
I think you're not really going to worry here if you're the Bears. The Bears are up here by about 5 points here. And I don't think they're going to have to worry too much here about the Riverdale Warriors right here.
All right. Bears lining up to punt here. They only punted, I think, 3 times so far this game. Kick is away from Nick Howell. Ball is fair caught at the 35-yard line. As Riverdale comes out onto the field. Tori, what do you make of the formations that we've seen from Riverdale so far in this game?
I think they've just gone so many different formations here. We saw the second quarter there, a couple different formations that had Bradley guessing a little bit, but I think formations have been, along with field position here, great for Riverdale.
I think that's been an interesting factor that we see as there's a quick quarterback keeper for about 8 yards here. Interesting note, the first time Riverdale scored, they were really heavy on the offensive line. They had a lot of pistol formation, I believe it was, on the offense. The second time they scored, they went with a wildcat. And then the third time, they really spread the field. They went with a spread-type offense. That's an interesting note, as each time Riverdale has scored, it's been with a different formation here. And it looks like now that they're going back to that pistol formation that worked for them in their first possession, as they get a first down here. They're past the 50-yard line and into Bradley territory. As we mentioned, the first time Riverdale really used this pistol offense, it worked just fine in the first half, and we're beginning to see a few shades of what it looked like in the first quarter. Players not looking tired at all after that second half break. We'll see how they hold up moving forward, though. Ball at the 49. Wants to throw it quick, and does. He's got a quick out route. He's got his man for about 8 yards right there. Once again, on both sides of the ball today, we've really seen a lot of short passes, but these short passes get caught on too fast. If you want to be successful against either of these defensive story, you're really going to have to air it out long. Pistol formation yet again. Quarterback keeper here. He gets the first down and more. He is fighting the offensive line, pushing, and someone's lost their helmets. And, man, that is a good run right there by the quarterback. Number 72 right there of the offensive line will be – no, that is the quarterback himself who lost the ball right there. It's going to be intriguing to see if they go with a wildcat formation here that worked for them on their second scoring possession, and they will go with a wildcat right here. That starting receiver in the backfield for Riverdale, he gets a quick snap option play here. Number 6, there's that speed. Gets about 7 yards on that carry. Tori, if you're Riverdale here, after your quarterback has been taken out for just one play, do you keep him out here and continue to run that wildcat?
I think that's what worked best here for Riverdale, and I think that's their best bet is to keep scoring, is to run that formation.
Absolutely. The wildcat worked fantastic for them on the one drive that they used it. I believe that getting that quarterback out of there might have been something good for Riverdale, as the running back here gets just around the edge, and he's got a first down for Riverdale, just outside the 22-yard line, I believe so. Riverdale looking fantastic and using two different formations so far this drive. Starting quarterback coming in again for the Warriors. If you look on the field, we can see that some of these Warriors players, hands on their hips, it looks like they're starting to get tired, but after a first half of football, both sides begin to get tired, and it looks like that break has really helped out the offensive line. Play action pass. He's got him in the end zone. That's a Riverdale touchdown. Play action pass, and you had to wonder when that was going to happen in this game. It has been a constant rushing attack so far on that opening possession for Riverdale, and Bradley's defense bit hard right there. 21-yard strike for the touchdown. Excellent play there, Tori. What are your comments on this play?
I think it's a great play here for Riverdale to use here in the first half, to get the lead on Bradley here, which they do have now.
And Riverdale will make this extra point. They take a 20. No, it's a 2-point conversion. My bad. Interesting for the 2-point conversion there, but it'll work out for them. They're up by 3 points. They're up by a field goal right here with 9:29, less than 3 minutes into the first half. Both teams have already had a possession, and Riverdale has already scored 8 points. Here we see a lot of motivation happening on the sideline. Coach Copeland of the Bears giving his players a pep talk right before receiving the kick return. Right here, Lamerick Tucker in the first half was absolutely dangerous. Tori, what do you think he's going to do here?
I think he's going to be, like you said, absolutely dangerous. Yet again, Lamerick Tucker, only a sophomore, one to really watch out for here in this game.
Here we are. 9 minutes, 29 seconds left in the third quarter. Riverdale up 24-21. We're going to see right here just how much Bradley has to give. Interesting note, the last time Riverdale and Bradley played, it was at Riverdale, and Riverdale won 42-7. It's a much different game here as the kick is received at the 15-yard line by Kaysen Still. Kaysen Still on the edge. Kaysen Still has blockers. He's going. He's at the 50, and he gets past the 50-yard line. He's at the 52. Great return there. 4 blockers setting up the edge there. Absolutely wonderful field vision right there by Kaysen Still, and that pep talk really helped from Coach Copeland. Tori, after that big run, how do you think field position affects the Bears?
I think it's great here for the Bears. Field position is assumed to be everything here in this game, and I think it's great right here for the Bears.
First down for the Bears. This offensive line hasn't given Cole Copeland a lot of time, though. And it looks like they'll, instead of trying to buy Copeland time, they're going to be trying to open up holes this time. Riverdale with that 3-4 look, a tight end on the field. Adam Mullis in for just the 4th time this game. 5th time with a back. Cole Copeland gets it to the edge, and he gets about 3 yards on that. No, just 2 yards on that rush. No, not even 2 yards. It'll be just 1 yard on that rush. Adam Mullis coming in, like we said, for the 4th time in this game, and now he's in for the 5th time in this game. Just the 6th play that Bradley has run with the running back in the backfield. However, interesting note, every time it has been a positive play. Adam Mullis following his blockers, trying to get around the edge. Can't shed a tackle, though. He'll be tackled for a loss. 3rd and 9 coming up for the Bradley Central Bears.
Wallace managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 7 for the Bears.
Third down now for the Bears. Adam Mull still in the backfield. Interesting, they're not going with an empty look, going 5 receivers. We'll see here. It looks like it's going to be deep. Mullis just giving Copeland just enough time. Throws across his body. Tyler Carpenter, can he make the catch? Yes, he did! The senior, Tyler Carpenter, coming up with a huge play there. Straight up Randy Moss on that defensive back. Absolutely great play there by Tyler Carpenter. Mullis just barely blocking that defensive end, giving Copeland just enough time, but every time we see that, just that little bit of blocking, that's all you need. Just 1 second to make a big play as Copeland takes it straight up the middle for no gain. Little to no gain, that is. My bad. Trevin Hill coming out of the game now. It looks like we have 2 backs. Is that 2 backs in the game? It'll be an interesting look that we haven't seen all day from Bradley. No, we have a tight end on the field. This is one of the first times I've ever seen a tight end on the field for Bradley Central this entire year. Adam Mullis carries out a fake. Cole Copeland goes up the middle, though. QB keeper, or rather QB option right there. Neither option opening up right there. Copeland just shy of the 20-yard line. 3rd down and 4. Money down right here for the Bears. Tori, what do you think they're going to go with?
I think they're going to go with the short pass here because that's worked so well for the Bears in the past, and I think it's going to be just a short pass but get enough yards here for the Bears.
See. Still a tight end for the Bears. Interesting 3-receiver look. It looks like they might run it. No, it's a pass, straight drop back. And then Copeland pressured by Boykin and a fellow defensive end, and that is a great job collapsing the pocket. And that's what we've mentioned throughout this game. Seth Black, Nick Boykin right there coming up with a double sack of Cole Copeland. Looks like the Bears are going to kick a field. No. They're out of field goal range, it looks like. The timeout for the Bears, 6:38 left. They may be just out of field goal range, but they're not exactly in punting distance. Tori, what do you want to do right here?
I think they're going to try and maybe run it up one more time.
I agree. I think you should go for it. Worst case scenario, you don't get it, and you give Riverdale relatively bad field position at the 27-yard line. Bears coming out here onto the field now. This crowd getting as excited as it's been all night long. Riverdale making a surprising amount of noise for the little fans that they have, but they are screaming out their lungs right now. Bradley will be going for it on 4th down here. Play clock has not started yet. We'll see what they elect to go with right here. Play clock starting now. 20 seconds left. We hear head coach Damon Floyd yelling from the sideline. Empty look for the Bears. This has been successful for them. Straight drop back. Here we go. Wide open. He's got a man. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. 1st and goal for the Bears. Excellent play there. Coming back for it is Trevin Hill. They'll get it at the 3-yard line. Great job there by Bradley Central. Trevin Hill, great wide receiver. Once again, that's what happens when you're 6'4", You can go high and you can go low. Great big hands, scooping it up just before the end zone. Ezric Whaley running out of the game now. Adam Morris in the backfield. He's going to be the escort. Can Copeland get in? Yes, he can! Bradley Central strikes back. 27-24 with the Cole Copeland running touchdown. That will be his 14th touchdown of the year. Tori, what happened on that play?
Copeland was just very, like I said, aware right there. Run straight up the middle right there and got the Bears the touchdown.
BAT coming right here from Michael Bergowski. Kick is up, and it is good. No good. My bad. The kick is not good. From our vantage point, it looked like it was good, but it was not. Bradley up. Oh, no, that's very bad news for Bradley. Now, if Riverdale kicks a field goal, they have the game tied. And you always have to look at it. If the game ends now, what happens? If the game ends now, Bradley will win, but if Riverdale gets another possession, they have the chance to tie it up 27-all and put this game into overtime. However, Bradley Central is still winning 27-24.
Hail to thee, our alma mater, Bradley High, all hail.
And here's the return. It is fielded at the 10-yard line. Tries to shake a man, and he does, but he doesn't get past the second man. Great special teams play there. And, Tori, special teams is really something that is underlooked a lot of times.
Yeah, I totally agree.
What a dandy this one has been, back and forth.
It's been a back-and-forth game all day long. Seesaw-type action. We see Riverdale took the first lead, then Bradley took it back, then Riverdale, then Bradley. We've had 4 lead changes so far into this game. We'll see if there's another one right here. And here we go. Running back looking to make some room. Gets right in front of or just past the first down marker. Oh no, the referees are going to say he stepped out sooner than I anticipated. He will be getting a 8-yard run. Second down in about 2 or 3. Pistol formation right here. Rollout pass to the flat. And he is just short from what it looks like. Just short of the first down yet again. Third down and short is what it's going to be. Tori, what do you go to if you're Riverdale on third down and short?
I think they're going to try and run it up here like they have been.
First down for the Bears. They'll give it to him this time. Or not for the Bears, for the Warriors, my bad. 5:50 left in the third quarter. More than halfway through. Quarterback keeper on the option. Makes a man miss and he spins. We'll see the official marking of official spot of where the ball will be. They'll spot him just shy of the first down. It looks to be second down and inches, at most 1 yard until the first down. Quick play here. Once again, a QB keeper, and he gets the first down this time. He's just a few yards shy of the 50. Oh, but he's slow to get up. It looks like he will be injured. We're going to take a quick injury timeout here. While Riverdale's starting quarterback is slow to get out. Trainers coming out onto the field now. We'll be right back. Love you up. That's what it is, right? Hey, Turi. Turi Freeman. Are you reading back with these? When it? Hey, are we going to go 4 guys in the back seat again on the way back? Oh, we're back. Okay. We're back. Players still on the field. It's very quiet here. Some of the Bradley players huddling up and praying for the injured player right here. Everyone on a knee. It's very quiet on Sommer right now. When he went down, he straightened his leg out. And that right leg, it looks like it may be a no, it's worse than a hyperextension. It may be a tear of the ACL or an MCL. His leg is completely straight like right now. It looks like he hasn't been able to move it at all. So again, several players down on the field praying for him, watching over him, trying to help him up. And he's getting back onto his feet now. He's able to stand up. It looks like he'll be coming out now. He's limping off the field. He's walking on his own, though. That is good. The trainer will be helping him off the field, it looks like. He's slow to get all the way to the other side, but it's still a very good sign that he is able to walk himself to the bench. As sad as this is, you have to start thinking now, what is your game plan if you're Riverdale? Tori, do you go back to that Wildcat formation?
I think that's their best bet here is to go back to that formation because that's giving them the greatest amount of yards here for them. Just go back to that formation.
Absolutely. Crowd cheering now as he is helped off the field and he makes it over there by himself. It does not look to be a tear. My bad. It may just be a hyperextension as I originally thought. The quarterback will get the throw, and he's open. He's in the open field. He's at the 30. He's at the 20-foot race, and he is caught in the secondary. Oh, my goodness. Busted straight through the line. That's what you need. That's all you need with that one quick play. One quick block is all you need to open up that edge, Tori. Riverdale inside that red zone again. And this time, no, he gets away from the pressure. Oh, my goodness, he was almost sacked for even more of a loss, but he got away. Still a sack here. He'll lose yards, second down, and what looks to be 15. Senior Zach Peak on the sack right there. Loss of 5, second and 15. Pistol formation yet again. Here we go. Quarterback keeper option play. Speed. He's got a play on the edge. He's inside the 5. Flag on the play. I'm betting that is going to be holding. That will send Riverdale back. It looks like that receiver got a little too handsy right there and a little too eager. We'll see what the official call is right here. Holding on Riverdale. That can absolutely kill your offense. Getting those penalties as we mentioned before. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Bradley up 27-24. And you just get a terrible penalty like that. Tori, what's going through Riverdale's mind right now?
They're just trying to get there to the end zone. They were so close, but momentum there a little bit. Pushed them back a little bit farther.
Riverdale here, man in motion. Fumble on the play. Jay Pearson covers him up. The ball is still loose. Referee's calling for it. And they're signaling a Bradley turnover. Bradley's got the ball. Fumble on the play. Bradley Central recovers, and they'll have the ball from the 25-yard line. Tori, how big of a momentum swing is that for the Riverdale Warriors?
This is a huge momentum swing. They were going so strong, and again, that penalty call right there, the penalty flag on them, moved them back a little bit, and I think that kind of shifted their momentum and just kind of gave them that little bit of doubt right there, and that led to that fumble right here. Now Bradley has the ball.
All right, now we see this Bears offense spreading the field out. Here we go. Copeland, quick pass to Merrick Tucker. Gets out of bounds. Just about 2 or 3 yards right there. Bradley Central looking to go again. It's interesting to see now they're tending to favor that one back look. Adam Mullis in the backfield, providing a little protection for this battered offensive line. Copeland trying to make something happen. He's looking to get around the edge. Trevin Hill decked. Went up in the air trying to jump over guy. Fans want a late hit call, but they won't get one. The fans are very upset right now, wanting a late hit call. Like we said, they won't get one, though. It's a very good job by Bradley Central's offense keeping their composure after what they thought should have been a flag. We'll see here how they respond. Empty backfield, 5 receivers out. Cole Copeland in the gun. Passes away. Intercepted! Riverdale inside the 50-yard line. Great awareness there on that zone coverage. Tried to throw to the edge on Carp, and great closing speed right there by the defensive back. Just stuck his hands out and made the grab. Excellent job there from Riverdale's secondary. Tori, how big of a momentum swing is that?
That is a huge momentum swing here. Big momentum swings right here. Riverdale had the ball. Now they've got it back. It's just, like I said, it's first playoff game for both teams this year. The momentum's just going back and forth here.
Absolutely. Here we go. Riverdale with the ball back. Their starting quarterback back in. We'll see what his mobility is like after suffering an injury. He's going to run it again. He breaks a few tackles, and he's dragged down just in front of the first down marker. Looks like he may have gotten just past it.
Brandon B back in the ball game for the
Warriors looks like just past the first down marker. And with 3:19 left to go, this is a big drive for Riverdale. If they can score here, they'll tie the game at the worst or take the lead at best. Speed run to the outside here, tackled short. Riverdale right here coming in hot. Pistol formation. 3 receivers, 2 backs, one ump back. Just on the edge, got it in. Threading the needle right there. Man, that was a great catch right there on the edge. Just inside, and once again, Riverdale is inside the red zone. Last time they were here, they turned it over. We'll see if they can concoct a different result right now. Pistol formation yet again. 1 ump back, 1 half back, 3 receivers. Quarterback in the gun. Motion right here. Quick outside handoff, and he is stopped short. Colby Alford laying the wood on that tackle right there. Gets a few yards, though. Refs will see the spot right here. Or we'll see the spot the refs give them right here. It looks to be about 2 yards. And that's all it will be. Holding call against Riverdale is called. Jay Pearson back in the game now for the Bears. Holding call, killing Riverdale's momentum, and that pushes them out of the red zone. They're at the 26th now. Troy, what is your take on all the penalties Riverdale has committed so far in this game?
No, I think it's just kind of killed their momentum here, and it's just kind of knocked them back every single time that they've managed to recover.
Quick play there. Gets back inside the red zone. They're back inside the 20 yet again. Third down. No, it'll be second down still. Or second down. Second and 7 right here. From the 15-yard line. Under 2 minutes left in the third quarter here. Up back. Halfback. 3 receivers. Quick outside. No, quarterback keeper. He fooled me and he's in for the touchdown. Riverdale. The Warriors take the lead yet again. 30-27 is the score right now. We'll see if they can kick the PAT. Troy, what happened right there?
Yeah, like we said, huge momentum swings here in this game, and I think that was just one of them.
Absolutely. Like I said, he fooled me. I thought they handed it off to the halfback right there, and so did the entire Bradley defense. Only one secondary member saw that the quarterback kept the ball, and that's what happens when you run that same play over and over. Bradley thought they were getting that exact same play, and that defense crushed that halfback. Only problem is, as the kick is good, making it 31-27, the halfback didn't have the ball. The quarterback kept it, and he scampered into the end zone for the touchdown. We'll be right back after this. Kickoff coming. Lamerick Tucker, Kason Steele, and Zach Beek have been magical so far on kickoff returns today. We'll see what they can do right here, right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just received word Maryville's winning big over Coffee County. They'll advance to the winner of Cookeville. Squib kick here. Looks like an onside. It's recovered and returned. Tyler Carpenter. He's looking to the edge. He's at the 50. He's at the 45, and he gets to the 41-yard line. It looked like they tried to go for an onside kick there, and it did not work one bit. Carpenter on the return right there. Carpenter, once again, this return game for Bradley has been strong, and they've given them great field position.
Zaxby's first down for the Bears all the way to the 43-yard line.
Bears offense taking the field now. Empty look. Cole Copeland, the only man in the backfield. Referees waiting to start the clock. There goes the play clock. 1 minute, 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Cole Copeland dropping back to pass. Nick Boykin trying to pressure him. He gets out of the pocket. He's got some blockers, and he doubles back and is taken down. It looks like there was no gain right there. No, he lost 1 yard. That's a quick sack for the Warriors. Adam Moles back in the game now. Looks like the Bears will be looking for that one-back offense yet again. And here comes Cole Copeland. One back, 3 receivers to the left. Boykin dominating Adam Mullis. Once again across his body, and it's picked off again. The same defensive back, and Riverdale gets the ball inside the 50. Cole Copeland threw it across his body, and the defensive back saw it happen, moved ahead of Tyler Carpenter, jumped up and made the catch, then dragged him for an extra 5 yards. Riverdale will get the ball right at the 50-yard line. Tori, if you are Bradley Central, A, what are you feeling? And B, what do you have to do to stop this Riverdale offense who has scored on you the past few possessions?
45 seconds to go here in this third quarter.
Outrun here, outside run. No good, though. Negative play, if anything. Absolutely no yardage going there. 49. They'll get the ball to 51. My bad. Riverdale doing great right now. 18 seconds left in the third quarter. This will likely be the last play. Going back to pass. He's going to be sacked. Ladies and gentlemen, there's that Bear defense making a great stop right there. Number 44, sophomore defensive end Kevin Gentry with the stop will end the third quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of 3, your score, Bradley Central 27, Riverdale 31.
Bradley 27. And to start the fourth, it'll be about 3rd and 16 for Riverdale.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Fourth quarter action here. It's been a seesaw game. 5 lead changes in the game between Riverdale and Bradley Central. 27-31. 12 minutes left in the opening round of the Super 32 playoff. Fourth quarter right here. Bradley Central getting a great sack from Kevin Gentry. Oh my goodness, quarterback pressured immediately. Has to get rid of it almost immediately, and he is stopped short on 3rd down. 4th down, Riverdale's going to have to punt the ball away right here.
Trayvon Ware, first to tackle him.
Referee perhaps signaling offsetting penalties. Senior Colby Alford is down on the play. A Bear captain, he has been with the Bear defense. He started for the past 3 years and has played for all 4. He's been in games all throughout his career here at Bradley. We'll take a quick break as the trainers attend to Colby Alford. Same scene as the last time a player was injured. Very quiet. Fans being very attentive. Several players down, praying for their teammate. You see a lot of applause garnered for Colby Alford. Once again, able to stand up on his own, walk away. Trayvon Ware helping his fellow buddy out. Colby Alford able to walk on his own 2 feet, just limping just a little bit. He'll come out of the game now. Head trainer Carissa will be attending to his injuries right now as the Bears look to cover this punt right here.
4th and 12, Caden Owens will punt away.
4th and 12 here. High snap. Ball is punted away, and it is kicked out of bounds just in front of the 20-yard line. Bears back on offense here. In the last 2 times they've had the ball, they've had to turn it over. Tori, what do they have to do to be successful this time?
I just think they've got to keep with those short passes. They've gotten most of the touchdowns here with those short passes, and I think they're going to be the key to success here in this game.
Zaxby's 1st and 10 for the Bears from the 23-yard line.
Bears on offense now. Adam Mullis in the backfield. They've got in the backfield. They have a tight end on the field. 2 receivers. No, 3 receivers. My bad. And a tight end. Adam Mullis gets the carry. He cuts it inside, and he doesn't get much. Cole Copeland and this offense have really struggled in this second half, especially the late part of this second half. And here we go. Bradley Central, 2nd down and 8. Cole Copeland stopped short yet again. We're going to take a quick break and update you on all the scores that are happening around town. Ottawa is beating Clinton right now, 41-21. Ray County has defeated Campbell County. This is in 5A, 35-0. Saudi Daisy is losing to Oak Ridge right now, 45-7. And also in NFL news, interesting to see that the Browns are up 14-3 over the undefeated Bengals right now. And back to the action on the field. Cole Copeland back to pass. Quick pass out to Carpenter, and he catches it for 1st down.
Pass is complete to Carpenter. Coverage by Cantrell.
10 minutes, 32 seconds left to go in the game. Tori, what's your game plan if you're Bradley Central?
I think you just got to, like I've been saying all night, keep to those short passes. That's just Bradley's key to success here tonight is those short passes to Carpenter and Tucker.
I'd like to give a quick shout out to Brett Whitehead for keeping us updated throughout the game. Riverdale stops Copeland short right there. He'll lose about a yard on the play.
And Owens takes Copeland down for a slight loss on the play.
Small loss right there, but still a loss. Bradley Central with under 10 minutes to go now as on 2nd and 10. Copeland rolling out, and he passes the line of scrimmage, gets to the 41-yard line, 41-yard line right here. 3rd down and 5 for the Bears.
Actually got 5 yards on the play.
Correction on that NFL score. The Bengals are up over the Browns 14-3. Our bad. If the Bengals win, it'll be the first time in franchise history the Bengals will have started the season 8-0. Cole Copeland back to your straight drop back. Brushed it immediately. Has to get away. He's going to tuck and run. He gets into the open field. Makes one man. No, he doesn't. He gets tackled. 3-yard gain for the Bears there. And it will be 4th down and 4. They're going to have to punt the ball away right here.
Bonds takes him down. Shy of the 1st down.
Bradley Central looking to punt the ball away here. They got to play great defense, though. 8.5 minutes to go, just about, in this game. They got to win. Nick Howell looking to punt away. It's a fake. Pass to Ryan Still, senior, and he's got it. 1st down for the Bears. He was never down. He's still going. Ryan Steele, touchdown! 6th lead change of the game for the Bears. They are now up over the Riverdale Warriors, 33-31. As the extra point team comes out onto the field, I thought he was down, but he was not. Tori, what are your thoughts on what just happened?
You know, we've seen some great momentum shifts here. That is exactly one of them. You know, it's the first round of the playoffs. Everyone's trying to move on, and obviously the Bears are taking over here.
Excellent heads-up work right there from Kaysen Still, setting him up with a great block, letting him know that he wasn't down, blocking the Riverdale defender, and letting Ryan Still go untouched for the touchdown. And it's good! Bradley's up! 34-31! 8 minutes, 8 seconds left to go in the game. We'll be right back. Whoa!
Hail to thee, our alma mater, Bradley high all hail.
Everyone is still shocked at what just happened. An absolutely fantastic, unbelievable play. Just absolutely amazing. You may see that on the SportsCenter Top 10 tomorrow. Bears now have a 3-point lead over Riverdale as they look to kick off here. And Riverdale's kickoff team has only looked good once tonight. Hopefully they don't look good right here. Michael Baragovsky looking to kick off right here. And kick it off to the Riverdale Warriors, who have looked great on their past few possessions on offense, but maybe the Bear defense can step up right here. Kicks it away, received, fumbled, picked up at the 10. He's going to have to make a move. He goes up the middle, and he's dropped inside the 20-yard line. Bradley Central looking to play great defense right here. 7:59, just under 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, a fantastic game. As we mentioned, 6 lead changes so far. Bradley Central fighting hard to get their first playoff victory in 5 years. 34-31 is your score as Riverdale takes the field, 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Quick quarterback keeper here, and he is stopped close to the first down marker. Riverdale looking unstoppable on their past few drives. Tori, what must the Bears do to stop them and keep up their momentum?
They've just got to be aware here. You know, it's something I've preached all night. You know, you just have to be aware of the plays that the other team is running and just be aware because they might, like Bradley did this next play, fake it, go with a different play. You just have to be totally aware of what the other team is doing.
Handoff here to the outside. Breaks in front of the first down, and he's down to the 45. We have a flag, though. Came in on the tackle. It might be a face mask, and that would destroy Bradley's momentum. We'll see what the call is here.
Check the flag.
Several Riverdale fans expressing discontent with what happened. We'll see what it is right here. All we see now is that it's on Bradley. Only 5 yards added to the end of the run.
5-yard variety face mask call on the Bears. And it is 1st and 10 Warriors from
Very interesting penalty. I don't think I've ever seen a 5-yard face mask penalty before. But it's better than 15 yards, which is what it normally is. Quarterback keeper here makes one man miss. Almost loses the ball there before being stopped for about a 4-yard gain. 7 minutes, 15 ticks left into this game. Ladies and gentlemen, the crowd is quiet right now. They don't know what to think. Everyone is nervous, though. They're on the edge of their seats. They are about the Riverdale student section standing up, the Bradley student section standing up. Everyone looking excited, though, as they look on with anticipation. Quick pass here, and there's a first down for Riverdale. Bowls over, man, and he's to the 35-yard line for a Riverdale Warriors first down. They just keep moving it all the way down the field. 6:43 left in the game. Riverdale lining up inside the 35. 3 receivers. Quick pass play here. He'll throw it up to his receiver. Oh, no! He got a little too handsy with that one. That's going to be a pass interference call against the Bears. That is a terrible call to have go against you. Riverdale receiver tripped up right there on the edge. Might have caught the ball, but Zach Peak right there on the interference. Very unintentional, just happened to trip him. But still, if you trip a man that is probably going to make a catch, 99 times out of 100, those refs are going to make that call and call it pass interference. The Riverdale now gets it inside the red zone where they have been deadly tonight, only shanking one. They shanked a field goal and they threw a pick, or no, they fumbled the ball rather inside the red zone earlier in the game, but ever since they have been absolutely lethal. Here we go. Quick run to the inside, and Riverdale takes it inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be close to a first and goal for Riverdale.
Pickup of 10. Looks like it'll be first and goal. Spoke a little too soon, close enough to measure.
They're going to measure for a first and goal, and they're going to give it to him. Riverdale fans excited. First and goal for Riverdale. We'll see what Bradley Central can do on defense right now. We'll see if they can stop the Warrior machine. Tori, what component has to step up on this defensive front for the Bears?
I think just basically everything has to step it up, right here. The momentum, swinging back and forth here so many times in this game. Just everybody has to step up their game here.
Quarterback keeper here inside the 5. The quarterback goes. 6 minutes, 2 seconds left to go in the game. Second down and goal right here. Tensions are rising. Everyone in our studio is standing up. They are absolutely excited to see what's happening. Riverdale pistol formation motion. There's a handoff. Is he going to get in? No, he won't. Senior Ryan Steele stepped up, made the tackle right there, and made the stop. Ryan Steele scoring that last touchdown to put Bradley ahead of Riverdale. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen, right here. You're putting it all on the line. 3rd down and 3. Both teams' heavy packages are in. Who is man enough to make the stop or make the score? Quick handoff here. Riverdale's calling for a touchdown, but and they will call him just short. 4th down, inches to go for Riverdale to take the lead. If they do not, Bradley will get at the 1-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we see who is the man amongst boys. Crowds on their feet. Everyone wants to see what happens. Riverdale, and he stopped it! He stopped it! 1st and 10. Bradley Central! Bears! field and taken down. Great defensive stop there. Bradley's going to get it at the 2-yard line. As you can tell, 4 minutes, 26 seconds left.
Huge stop for the Bears right there.
Now, what needs to happen is a first down. Just keep running that clock. Make Riverdale use their timeouts. Goblin on the keeper here. Goes up the middle. And he gets to about the 4 or 3 yard line.
Trying to give himself a little bit of room to work.
Copeland doing great right there to get a few yards and a few more inches of breathing room for this Bear offense.
Maybe a yard on the play, second down. Number 4 down.
Bradley Central once again lining up. One back in the backfield. One tight end. 2 receivers. Copeland on the keeper. Tries to get the outside and he's stopped at the 1. Loss of 3 on the play there. But once again, Bradley eating up time. Nearly an entire minute has passed. And Riverdale has just 3 minutes and 29 seconds to try and tie this game up or take the lead. All right,
Timeout.
ladies and gentlemen, Riverdale's band firing up the crowds tonight as they take a timeout right here. A wonderful band in the crowds tonight. Cheer squad doing a great job to keep the fans pumped up for Riverdale. We'll see here what the Bears do on 3rd and 9 from the 2-yard line. 3 minutes, 29 seconds left in the game. Let's see how the cookie crumbles. Tyler Call, you're calling for fans to get on their feet. Shotgun, empty backfield. That is not something you see on a regular basis. And Bradley's going to take a timeout to talk it over.
And now the Bears want to talk it over.
We'll be right back after this. Yeah. Please do. All right, after this, though. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, 3rd down, 9 from the 2-yard line. Here we go, Sim. Who is the biggest man on the field? Every person on that field tonight is a man. There are no boys on that field. There's just men and bigger men. As Trevin Hill can't make the play, thrown about 8 yards ahead of him by Cole Copeland. They're going to have to punt the ball away here after a great stop. 3 minutes, 23 seconds left in the game. We're going to see who can step up and make a play here. If Riverdale blocks the punt here, if they recover in the end zone, it's a touchdown. If they block it out of the back of the end zone, it's a safety, and Bradley will have to punt it away. Riverdale sending men. They block good, though. Received at the 36. Has some blockers, has some room, gets to the edge, and he's at the 23-yard line. So Riverdale gets it at the 23 with 3 minutes, 16 seconds to go. Now, if you're Bradley here, you do have the motivation of you can give up a field goal. That is a luxury you can afford to give up, as that would only tie the game and send it into overtime if you do not score again. However, they absolutely cannot give up a touchdown. That would spell almost certain doom for the Bradley Central Bears.
About 14 yards on the return.
Oh, my goodness. Tori, what do you think is going to happen here?
Warriors from their 23.
Quick pass. Ryan still can't make the tackle. But he jumps to the 19-yard line. 2nd and 5. Ladies and gentlemen, Tori's very nervous right now. She's starting to sweat. She is excited. She can't wait to see how this game turns out. That's why she's not talking that much. She's just too excited. Too much blood running through her veins. She's pumping. She's got gold blood. She's got bear blood.
Jumping out of my seat here, folks.
Here we go. Quarterback keeper stiff arms the guy, but he can't break the second tackle. He still gets it out to about the 15-yard line. That's close to a first down. 3rd down and 1. 2 minutes, 34 seconds left to go in the game. This has been a fantastic and a fun game to watch. Bradley, though, is eating up time, but you have to wonder if Riverdale scores a touchdown that's going to come back to haunt them. You still got to play with that hard defense. Pass out to the flats. He's got a first down, and he's out at the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal yet again for Riverdale. The last time that happened, Riverdale was not able to convert. I'm sure if they get the 4th down goal this time, though, they'll just go for the field goal and try and send this baby into overtime. Riverdale, a lot of tension in the crowd tonight. Riverdale, quick pass, stopped immediately. Trayvon Ware, the senior, number 9, on the tackle right there. Bulldozed him. 2nd and goal from the 15-yard line. Riverdale right here. A new look. An up back, a halfback, and 3 receivers. The defense looking to hunker down. Rollout pass. Ryan still trying to. He's got it. He's got it. Is he in? No, he's not. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 1-yard line. Can Bradley Central make the stop right here? If they make the stop right here, Riverdale will most likely go field goal. Ladies and gentlemen, our hearts are pumping. It is an exciting day in football. He trips and he's just short of the goal line. Riverdale here. Are they going to go for it?
The Warriors want to go back to the well.
There's a timeout called, and they're going to think about it. 4th down and goal from the 1-yard line. 35-31. Tori, what do you do here if you're Riverdale?
If you're Riverdale here, I think they're going to go to tie it up. I think they're going to try and get the PAT here and go to tie it up to go into overtime here.
I don't know. I think Riverdale's just crazy enough. I don't see their kicker out on the field. They're crazy enough. I think they're going to go to end the game. I predict that they will try and end the game right here. They're either going to lose this game or they're going to win this game. But by God, it's going to be by their choice and not by overtime's choice. Here we are. We are excited to see the outcome of this game. What will the Riverdale Warriors do? We are pumped up to see what is going to happen. Whew. And the refs calling for the teams to come back onto the field now. Bradley's defense, the first one to head back out onto the field. They're pumped up and ready to go. 76 ticks left in the game. And they're going for it. Ladies and gentlemen, it comes down to this. Riverdale, quarterback sneak. He's in. Touchdown, Riverdale. What a gutsy call right there by the Riverdale Warriors. Absolute play calling. Just, man, how manly, how confident, how boisterous you have to be to go for a call like that. Excellent call right there. Great decision. And Riverdale, if they can make the PAT, will take a 4-point lead. And there's the offsides. Tori, how gutsy of a call was that by Riverdale?
That was probably the gutsiest call I think I've ever seen personally there by Riverdale. You know, just absolutely gutsy here, and they're obviously taking the lead over Bradley here. Everyone is just stupefied here on the Bradley side.
Absolutely. It's one of those fight or flight situations. You got to go with your gut instinct. And Riverdale's head coach thinking, you know what? We're going to stay and we're going to fight. We're not going to send this in overtime. We're going to end it here and now. Kick is up. And it's good. Riverdale up by 4. Bradley Central has to score a touchdown to take the lead. There will be no overtime tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Bradley Central stepping up with 74 seconds left in the game to see who wins the opening round of this playoff series. We'll be right back after this. Corey, what do you have to say?
Brad, this game is absolutely stressing me out up here, and I can say, for me as well as all the Bradley fans here, it's so stressful, all the momentum shifts here in this game. Just absolutely not knowing what is going to happen here. It's just absolutely stressful.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the great Mr. Owen B. and Mr. Earl Rowan right beside us, and even they are excited. They are livid right now, trying to see what happens. Return here. Kaysen still. He's going. He's at the 40, and he stopped at the 40-yard line. The Bradley offense, 60 yards to go to the end zone. We're going to see what they have left in the tank right here, right now. Both teams' seasons on the line. Riverdale hoping to advance to 6-5. Bradley Central looking to advance to 8-4, but more important, or to 8-3, but more importantly, looking to win its first playoff game in 5 years. Will the tradition continue with 6 years of losing, or will it end right here and now? Cole Copeland on the rollout. Quick pass. Can't catch it. Nick Howell dropped it going out of bounds. Second and 10 for the Bradley Central Bears. And if you're Cole Copeland, how nervous are you, Tori, if you have 62 seconds left in the game?
You are going to take those passes right now. You look who's open, and you're going to take those passes.
Rollout. Has to get rid of it quickly. Adam Morris drops it. Third down. 10, 58 seconds left in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone on their feet. The crowd standing up. Everyone is excited. It is an absolutely great atmosphere right now. Third down and 10. You could cut the tension with a knife in here. It is tight, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Here we go. Cole Copeland. Adam Mullis in the backfield. Straight drop back. 5 steps. He gets pressured. Has to roll out. Throws it. Out of bounds. 4th and 10. 51 seconds left. If the Bears cannot convert this 4th down, 6 straight years of losing in the opening round of the playoffs. They drop to 7-4 and will have lost to Riverdale yet again. Over the past 4 years, it has been neck and neck between Riverdale and Bradley Central. Both teams winning a 1 game apiece. This is the 3rd game in the series. Ladies and gentlemen, the season comes down to this play. Cole Copeland, empty in the backfield. Passes it. Carpenter, and it's no good. Incomplete. Riverdale takes control. 45 seconds left in the game. Copeland, 5-step drop back, but it is deflected by Riverdale. 45 seconds left in the ball game. Absolutely heartbreaking for the Bears right there. But I would like to take this time to remind everyone of the miracle at the Meadowlands that happened in 1966 between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. 10 seconds left in the game. New York's quarterback gets the snap and fumbles the ball on a QB kneel. Philadelphia recovers and takes it to the house for the win. Could we see something like that here? 40 seconds left in the game. The Bears still have 1 timeout. Could it be possible for the Bears to pull this one out? That is the most annoying shit of all time. And that's the knee. Riverdale, the Warriors, get the best of the Bradley Central Bears. Riverdale moves to 6-5 on the season. They will travel to Oakland next Friday night. Oakland now 10-1 on the season. They are the number 1 seed in the region. Still, as one team season ends, another one continues. Riverdale and Bradley Central, an absolute phenomenal game. 7 lead changes, 38 to 34. Fantastic game. Riverdale fought hard, got stopped on 4th and goal, but came back and won the game. A great job here all around. Great effort. Both sides. Absolutely phenomenal play from both teams. Great sportsmanship. Riverdale pumped up. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank everyone in the studio for a wonderful season. I'd like to thank our team of Gideon, Riley, John, and Tori, and Zach. They've been fantastic throughout the entire year, as well as Mr. Schroyer. They've all been fantastic on the season. And as always, my wonderful co-host, Tori Freeman. It's been a fantastic season. Tori, any last comments?
I'd just like to say that, even though we may have lost the game, at least our band was here and it wasn't a speaker.
It's a great burn to end out the season. Bradley will get the last word right here. As we can see, the wonderful team that has been producing this great show all year long. They've been fantastic. They've been with us the entire whole steps of the way. Mr. Schroyer is behind the camera, and Brett Whitehead has been around us the entire time. It's been fantastic. Once again, it's been a great season. God bless, and go Bears is all we have left to say. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen.